The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome and thank you for joining this webinar on PQRS. My name is Kash and I work as a Meaningful Use Coach here in MTBC. With me I have Ayad. He's also a Meaningful Use Coach and will be telling us more about PQRS.
Thank you for introducing Kash. My name is Ayad and I'm the Meaningful Use Coach at MTBC. Welcome everyone for joining us for the Physician Quality Reporting System. We'll be talking about individual reporting as well as the group reporting for the practices. So Kash, you can continue.
All right, thank you. Before we get started, let me first tell you about the webinar logistics. All attendees are joined in listen-only mode. To ask a question or to make a comment, please type it in the questions option of the webinar panel. At the end of this webinar, we will have a question and answer session, and we will try to answer as many questions as we can. But if you get short of time, you will be reached via email. Let me also tell you a bit about MTBC. MTBC was established in 1999 and is currently serving 35 unique specialties in 39 states across the country. We now have more than 1,000 employees and we are running 24/7 operations. We are ranked among the Deloitte Tech Fast 500 and we are an Inc. 500 5,000 company. We are also Microsoft Certified Gold Partner and we provide ONC Certified EHR and SureScript Certified solutions. In today's webinar, we will be talking about PQRS. We will be giving you an overview and its importance. We will also be telling you how you can get started, what different options are available in terms of reporting of quality measures, how CMS will determine incentive or how you can avoid the penalty. We will also talk about the group practice reporting options in terms of GPRO. We'll also tell you more about self-nomination and registrations. We'll also tell you how MTBC can assist you in PQRS reporting. And finally, we will talk about administrative claim-based option that will allow you to avoid the penalty for this year. Let me start by telling you about PQRS. Physicians Quality Reporting System is a reporting program by Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services that uses a combination of incentive payments and payment adjustments to promote reporting of quality information by eligible professionals. The program provides an incentive payment practices with eligible professionals who report data on quality measures for covered physicians' fee schedule services furnished to Medicare Part B fee-for-service beneficiaries. If an eligible professional or group practice fails to report through one of the finalized 2013 reporting options during 2013 reporting period, the fee schedule amount for services furnished by the participating professionals or group practice during 2015 would have a 1.5% deduction from the fee schedule amount that would otherwise apply to such service. Different reporting requirements are established by CMS for the eligible professional as well as group practice for participating in 2013 PQRS program. In addition to that, a self-nomination is required by October 15, 2013 for those physician practices who are comprised of 100 or more eligible professionals. On your screen, you now see a list of eligible professionals, starting from physicians in terms of MD, DO, oral surgeons, podiatrists, dentists, nurse practitioners, clinical nurse specialist, or a certified social worker. That also includes therapists, physical therapists, and also the practitioners, the physician assistant. Now we'll come down to how to get started for PQRS. There are two options available. You can go as an individual or group practice. The first thing you need to decide is if you are going as an individual or a group practice. You have to determine the reporting method that best fits your practice. We will be talking about what those reporting methods are. Then you have to select a reporting option. Either you can go for an individual measures or you can go for a measures group. It's important that what option you select, you have to keep that till the end of this year in order to report your measures successfully. If you have decided to go as an individual, you must report your claims, registries that are vendors who submit the measures in your behalf, or you can use our EHR to qualify for incentive and to avoid the penalty. There's also an administrative claim option that we'll be discussing in the end that will be, you can avoid the penalty by going for that administrative claim, or you can just report one measure to prevent the penalty. The reporting methods that are available are claim-based. Those who are using our services and those who are scanning the super bills to us, we will be preparing a form for them, and along with those claims for Medicare patients, they also have to send us a form along with the claim. For those who are using our certified EHR, we will be enabling a module in the EHR. Along with the claim, they just have to select their measures, and electronically that information will be sent over to us. Like I said before, you can also use certified registries that are a list of vendors that submit those measures on your behalf. Group practice reporting option, web interface, and finally, to avoid the penalty, you can go for an administrative claim-based option. If you have selected the individual measures, MTBC will be providing you 138 individual measures list. Out of those 138 measures list, the eligible professional must report on a minimum of 3 measures. That again depends on the specialty of the provider. You must have a performance rate of greater than 0. This means that the Medicare patients that the provider will be diagnosing, you must actually apply your selected measures on them. And the reporting period has started from January 1st this year and will end in December 31st, 2013. For those professionals who will go for the measures groups, there are 22 diagnosis-based measure groups, but MTBC is only offering 12 of those measure groups that are reported, that can be reported using the claim-based option. Now, out of those 12 reporting measures, the eligible professional must report at least a performance rate of more than 0%. And for major groups, the reporting period is, again, starting from January 1st, 2013 till December 31st, 2013. On your screen, you can now see a list of major groups. In terms of asthma, we have 4 majors: back pain, cardiovascular disease, hepatitis, or preventative care. Again, depending on the specialty, the provider has to select those measures in terms of their scope of practice. An important question comes in the mind that how CMS will determine the incentive or how you can avoid the penalty. Like I said before, you must report a minimum of 3 individual measures or 1 major group. For those providers who fail to report those measures, can face 1.5% penalty in the year 2015. Again, if the satisfactory level is less than 50% or the performance rate is 0 based on 2013 performance. For those who have successfully reported those measures, there will be an incentive amount of 5% of your Medicare collections. But again, the condition is that if 50% satisfactory level is achieved through claim-based reporting. I will now have Ayad who can go through the GPRO options and will tell you more about that.
Thank you very much, Cash. It was very informative about the individual measures. Now let's talk about the PQRS GPRO. The GPRO was first introduced back in 2010, and the GPRO is again available for 2013 PQRS, the Physician Quality Reporting System. Now, the difference between the previous GPRO and the GPRO 2013 is that previously CMS required the group practices to participate in PQRS GPRO in order to participate in the electronic prescribing incentive program under the GPRO. And in the beginning of 2013, the groups can participate in PQRS GPRO and or the e-prescribing GPRO as participation in one program is no longer contingent upon the other. So a group practice under 2013 PQRS consists of 6 single tax identification number with 2 or more eligible professionals. Since it's a group, so 2 or more eligible professionals will be considered as a group as identified by their individual NPIs, that is the National Provider Identifiers. Now, we also have the information about the CMS PQRS GPRO on the website. You can see the website on the screen. We will be providing you the education about the GPRO to your email, so you will be receiving all the information. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Now, it enables group practices to participate in PQRS as a group for purposes of earning a 2013 PQRS incentive payment or avoiding the 2015 PQRS payment adjustment. Now, the payment adjustment in the 2015, that can be only avoided if the PQRS is reported between the period of January 1st, 2013 till December 2013. Now, over here it will show that 2013 on the slide, it shows as PQRS incentive payment is 0.5% of group total estimated 2013 Medicare Part B PFS allowed charges. Now, keep in mind that the incentive or the payment adjustment does not apply to the single provider. It applies to the whole group. So the incentive will be based on the total estimated 2013 Medicare Part B PFS for allowed charges for the whole group. On the third point, you see that 2015 PQRS payment adjustment is about 1.5% less on 2015 Medicare Part B PFS services. Again, it's based on the 2013 PQRS participation. Okay, now let me change the slide. Alright, now the benefits of participating as a group practice. The billing and reporting staff may report one set of quality measure data on behalf of all eligible professionals within a group practice, reducing the need to keep track of eligible professionals reporting efforts separately. Now, this actually helps the whole group, for all the individual providers to report as a group, and they can reach the required number together instead of going individually. Now, the incentive, again, it shows here as the eligible group practices will receive a larger incentive payment as it is calculated at the TIN level. Now, the TIN for the group is the same, but the NPIs would be for the providers in the group. The NPI would be different for each provider, obviously. Right? Now, those eligible professionals who have difficulty meeting the reporting requirements for individual eligible professionals may benefit from group reporting. If you have any issues reporting it individually, maybe the numbers are not up to the mark, less than 50% that is required, so you can report as a group, and that will help you avoid the penalty in 2015. Okay, PQRS GPROs are analyzed at the TIN level. As I said before, it is analyzed at the TIN level because the same TIN, single TIN, is selected for the whole group, whereas the NPIs are different. So members of a group practice participating in PQRS GPRO are not able to separately earn a PQRS incentive payment as an individual eligible professional under that same TIN. If a group is unsuccessful at avoiding a payment adjustment, all NPIs under the TIN during the unsuccessful reporting period will receive the payment adjustment. It wouldn't be for a single provider, it would be actually for the whole group. Since the reporting is through a group GPRO, so the incentive and the penalty applies as a group. So if in our organization changes TINs, the participation under the old TIN does not carry over to the new TIN, nor is it combined for the final analysis. So it would be advised that once you select you should not change it till the end of the reporting period. All right. The 2013 PQRS GPRO sizes and requirements. Let's talk about the sizes, how many eligible professionals are required, and how would they be reported. Groups with 2 to 24 eligible professionals. The registry reporting methods satisfactorily reporting requirements for insider payment is that they report 3 individual measures and report each measure for at least 80% of the group practices Medicare Part B FFS patients seen during the reporting period to which the measures apply. Okay, group with 25 to 99 eligible professionals. Again, the requirements for the incentive payment is that report 3 individual measures according to the specialty and report each measure for at least 80% of the group. Similar to the previous one, the requirement is 80% to avoid the penalty and to actually go for the incentive. Groups with 25 to 99 eligible professionals, the last part is web interface. The reporting requirement for incentive payment is that the group practice will need to populate the remaining data fields in the web interface necessary for capturing quality measures information on each of the assigned beneficiaries, up to 218 beneficiaries for each module, or preventive care measures, or if less than 218 beneficiaries, then the group practice will need to populate the remaining data files for 100% of eligible beneficiaries for that module or preventive care measures. Now, the group practice are not required to abstract based on the beneficiary rank. Keep that in mind. Okay, now we talk about the 100 plus eligible professional group. Over here, the reporting is similar to previous, that you have to report 3 individual measures and report each measure for at least 80% of the group practices Medicare Part B FFS patients seen during the reporting period to which measure applied. Now, always remember that the reporting period actually started at on January 1st, 2013 and will end at till 31st December 2013. Okay. The web interface for 100 plus eligible professionals. The group practice will need to populate the remaining data fields in the web interface necessary for capturing quality measure information on each of the assigned beneficiaries. Over here, the number has gone up, and it's up to 411 beneficiaries for each module or preventive care measures. Or if less than 411 beneficiaries, then the group practice will need to populate the remaining data files for 100% of eligible beneficiaries for that module or the preventive care measure. All right, one thing before we go ahead, that the GPRO will be, the web interface will be available from summer of 2013 till the October 2013. The dates have not been disclosed yet by CMS. So most probably from July till October will be the time for registering or going for the, all right, Cash, can you go ahead and talk about the self-nomination and registry?
Sure. Thanks, Ayat. And like it was discussed before in terms of self-nomination or registration, that is required by October 15, 2013 for those physician practices who are comprised of 100 or more eligible professionals. Now, some of the professionals may have already documented the details because that was also provided back in December 2012. But for those who are participating it now, it will be available starting this October, and CMS will distribute additional information and the URL, the website for this, for the self-nomination when it becomes available. During self-nomination or registration, group practices will indicate group size and reporting method. So the best known method would be the GPRO web interface, and that will be available to groups who have more than 25 eligible professionals. In terms of registration, 2013 Physician Quality Reporting Major Specifications Manual for Claims and Registry Reporting of Individuals will be available on the CMS website. And for GPROs who elect administrative claims, allows the individual NPIs to report at individuals for 2013 PQRS incentive. Now, the registry majors are different from the GPRO web interface majors. In terms of PQRS GPRO reporting via registry, we select majors from 2013 Physician Quality Reporting System Major Specifications Manual for Claims and Registry Reporting of Individual Majors. And they will be again available on the CMS website. And the groups must report a minimum of 3 majors for 80% of the group's patients who are eligible cases for the selected majors. And the majors with a 0% performance rate would not be counted as satisfactory reporting for purposes of the incentive payment. Now, on this screen, it just tells you that what will be the MTBC's role for our registered or for those professionals who are doing business with us. Now, this screen shows that we actually have customized the process in pretty simple steps. The first thing would be the eligible professional must provide the information either through PQRS forms for those who are scanning the information over to us, or those who are using our certified EHR, there will be a module available, and through that they will be submitting the quality data codes to MTBC. Now, once MTBC will receive them, MTBC will also be showing the progress of eligible professional, because we will be coming up with an online ticker that will be available on the website. It will actually be showing the real-time performance for the professionals. Now, once MTBC will receive that information, MTBC will submit that with applicable quality data codes to CMS, and CMS will analyze the submitted data to determine if the professional will qualify for the incentive and to avoid the penalty. Now, CMS will send a denial code of N365. That indicates that this measure was successfully submitted and a successful receipt has been received. Again, on your screen, you would be able to see a more customized manner of how MTBC can assist you. The first thing, again, the eligible professional have to decide if they will be going as a majors group or an individual majors. Once again, depending on the practice size or depending on the specialty, MTBC can also assist you by giving you the information of those majors. And will also help the professional to choose the majors to report. And we will basically tell you what best fits your specialty or the services that you perform. We will also provide you with the PQRS forms. On those forms, you actually have to report your majors. And there will be a possibility in terms of manual entries for non-EMR practices, those who are not using our EHR. And those who are using our EHR, we will be enabling a module, and with the help of that, by submission of the claims, those codes will be automatically submitted over to us. Finally, MTBC will submit it for you. So in the end, what you have to do is you just have to sit back and relax, and MTBC is going to do the work for you. And like I said before, that we will also be updating you on your progress by enabling the ticker on the MTBC's web account. Earlier in this webinar, we were discussing about the administrative claim-based option. Now, basically, this is an option available to avoid the penalty only for reporting year, that is 2013, this year. Eligible professionals or group practices would not be required to submit quality data codes on claims to CMS if they are going for the administrative claim-based option. There will be a registration required and will be available in July by CMS. Also, the guidelines will be issued by CMS hopefully in July. Now, the drawback is that there might be a limited number of quality measures. that could be unrelated to your specialty. So again, for those who are thinking that if they go for the administrative claim, there are 100% chances that they can avoid the penalty. No, that's not the case. Again, let's suppose that based on your specialty, the measures that CMS will be announcing, you may not qualify for them. So we suggest that it's better to take a proactive approach in this year, and you just have to start reporting your PQRS measures that is connected with your specialty, so that at least you should avoid the penalty. Once again, if you perform well, then you can also qualify for an incentive. In the end, we will just go ahead and we will go through the summary of this webinar. The first thing, you just have to choose your reporting option and the measures to report. Either you can go for the individual or measures group, and you can use our web interface, or you can use our EHR in order to submit your measures. We will be capturing your clinical information that will be provided by you. MTBC will be sending the data to CMS, and that will be based on the information that will be provided by you. We will also keep you updated on your progress, and in that matter, you can actually avoid the penalty, or you can also qualify to earn the bonus. All right, and thank you. So if you have any question or comments, you can use the webinar panel to type in your questions. We will take a moment to retrieve all the questions, and we can answer them. By the end of this webinar, if you have any further questions, you can also contact us at info@mtbc.com. The presentation will be available on our website in about 48 hours. You can go to mtbc.com/webinars.aspx if you would like to view this webinar again. So we will take a moment over here, and we will retrieve your question, and then we will answer them as much as we can. So just bear with us. All right, thank you for the hold. Now, the first question that has been asked is that if the eligible professional will contact us to get started with the process, or are we going to contact us? So we already have sent the secure messages. We already have tried to contact as many professionals as we can. So now what we request is that whoever needs to go for to start the process should contact us. And you can see the details on your screen, info@mtbc.com. You just have to send a request. And also the number will be 732-873-5133, extension 308. Once again, the number is 732-873-5133, extension 308. You can contact the Meaningful Use team, and we will get started with the process. We will guide you. We will also be sharing you with the measures that you can select, and in that way you can simply avoid the penalty, or you can qualify for the incentive. Another question that is that GPRO web interface availability, like when it will be available. So that will be available in October. Or once again, that is totally based on CMS. Like as soon as it announces it, we will definitely let our professionals know about it. Let us get more questions. And there's another question that is, can a provider select individual measures at the beginning and later changes it to measure groups? No. Like we said, that initially you actually have to make sure if you're going for the individual or the measures group. So like if you have decided to go for the individual, you have to stick to individual, or if you have decided to go for the measures, you have to do that. There's no possibility that you can switch between those two options. Okay, another question is will the payments adjustment be applied as a lump sum on all the allowed charges? No, it will be applied on each Medicare Part B fee-for-service encounter. Let us go get more questions. And okay, there's a question that is there any sign-up or pre-registration required? So no, there's no sign-up or any pre-registration required. Like it is required to have, like for those who are going for the EHR incentive program, it's just the same thing that they actually have to, there's no sign-up or no pre-registration required. Okay, we have got another question that is, for claim-based reporting, if the professional forgets to report some cases, can that be reported later? So no, that is not possible. I mean, you actually have to select it before submitting the claims. You actually have to do it along with the claim. You cannot actually change it, later on or later on. Okay, please bear with us because we are getting more questions. Okay, another question is are the eligible professionals eligible for both the EHR, that is the meaningful use incentive, and PQRS incentive in the same calendar year? The answer is yes, they are eligible to receive the incentive payments under both EHR and PQRS incentive programs. Okay, for those who actually have missed the better part of this webinar, I said before, that within 48 hours, this presentation will be available on our website. You can browse over to mtbc.com/webinars.aspx, or you can always browse over to cms.gov website to get more information about PQRS. You can also send an email at info@mtbc.com, and we will try to answer whatever your concerns are. Okay, after this webinar, if someone needs to contact us right away in order to discuss more about it or to start over the process, we have sent the number, but I'll just repeat the number again, or in fact, let me just go ahead and type that number on the screen so that for those who need to contact us can simply go through that number. So just bear with this. All right, thank you for holding on. So I have included the number, that is 732-873-5133, extension 308. For those who need to get more information or who needs to get the process started, they can contact us on this number. All right, please bear with us. We are getting more questions. Okay, earlier it was asked that if we can provide an example of an individual measures on today's webinar. We do have a list of 138 individual measures, so you can contact us and we can forward that list over to you so that you can have that information available handy with you. All right, please bear with us. We are getting more questions. Okay, once again, this is asked that if a professional has received an EHR incentive, then still can they go for the PQRS incentive? The answer is yes. They are eligible to receive the incentive payments under both EHR Meaningful Use and the PQRS incentive program. So for those who already are participating in the Meaningful Use can also go for the PQRS. Okay, another concern is that how the provider will know about the measures, the process or the progress of individual measures. Like I mentioned earlier in this webinar, that we will basically be preparing the website, and for those who already are registered with us can log onto the website. We will be providing a ticker, like for those who already are aware of e-prescription penalties. Same ticker will be available that will actually be showing the real-time progress of the providers, like how many measures they already have submitted, how many have been received, and so on.
All right, we have another question. Should we mention that this 2016 penalty is 2% and that is based on 2014 PQRS measures? Yes, the penalty in 2016 is 2%. It is based on the reporting of the PQRS reporting of 2014. So right now, the most important part is to avoid the penalty in 2015, for which you have to report for the whole year of 2013. Yes, another question here. What is the performance minimum for GPRO reporting? But CMS hasn't disclosed much information about GPRO reporting as of yet. The information will be put up by CMS on the website from July onwards, and we will be updating our providers about the information on GPRO reporting.
Okay, once again, there's an important question, that is that can MTBC support major groups or only the individual measures? So we support both of them. There are 138 individual measures, and there are about 22 major groups. But for major groups, we are only supporting 12 of them. Again, for those who need to know what those are, can simply throw us an email. We will be sending the list over to them so that they can further get to know about those measures. Okay, and let me see if we have any other question or not. So, right, seems like we're not getting any other questions. So once again, we will go through the list of these questions again, and if we have missed any questions, we will be reaching that attendee via the email, and or you can also contact us on the number that is provided, 732-873-5133 extension 308. Once again, I thank all for giving us a time and joining this webinar on PQRS.
Yes, thank you everyone. It was a pleasure providing information about PQRS, the individual and group reporting. You can always call us back at 732-873-5133 extension 308 for further information, or if you want to get more the measure list on the PQRS. All right, Cash?
Yes, we have. Thank you for that. And it's time to say goodbye. And we will keep you posting on any new updates as soon as we get it. Once again, thanks for your time and your patience. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.